Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you to a new episode of Out of the Park Baseball 19. Last season was an exciting season, very exciting, in which we acquired a second-round draft pick, which immediately became... I'm looking for the trade log. Here we go. No, not complete. We just want the major transactions log. When did we make the trade? I remember who we traded. I don't remember what season it was. Yeah, here it is. We traded Tony Conigliaro and Bill Butler for Bobby Doerr, Austin Jackson, and most importantly, they turned to have the number 2 overall draft pick, and we went ahead and took the Say Hey kid, Willie Mays. We spent big last offseason, acquired Ricky Henderson as someone to help further anchor our team. And hopefully this year we'll get a full year of Bobby Doerr, because we have been given the mandate from our glorious owner, I don't remember his name at the moment, Ethan Shula. He wants an upgrade at second base, which is fine. He also wants to upgrade Steve Clark, and we did that at the end of last episode. We do need to acquire an all-star level player, and we have a shit ton of money. Like, so much money. We can almost afford to not double our payroll, but we can increase it by 50%. Now, the first thing we want to make sure of is go to salary arbitration. Is there anyone whose contract is coming up we really want to keep for a good long time? Now, Jason Hamill has been quite a solid starter for us. I would very much like to get him long term. Would you take a 4-year deal, and let's just bump this up just a bit to make it more palatable? No. Like, I will give you a 5-year contract for that amount, but see, the thing is you don't want that long a deal. So then let's just go ahead and offer you $4 million. It's a little more than you've asked for, but, you know, you deserve a raise. You played well. John Amador is an interesting pitcher. So far, he's been very lucky with his walk rate. And I see no reason that's going to change right away. I think we go ahead and maybe offer him a bit of a longer deal. Some stability in the bullpen would be lovely. And I'm not gonna argue too much. We have enough money where cost certainty isn't a massive deal. Frank Baumann. Frank has been very useful in the Major League bullpen. He just keeps finding himself in the minors because we keep getting better ones. But I'm perfectly happy to just pay these guys their costs. Trevor Hoffman I would like to lock up for a bit longer if he would accept it. We'll see. He probably won't. That's fine. You know, let's just buy these people's contracts just so I don't have to worry about salary arbitration. And I don't mind a reasonable boost. Now, Burris is gone. He really just doesn't provide enough value. And he's kind of good at strikeouts, kind of good at walks, kind of good at not walking. But the problem is once he's hit the majors, he's had significant problems with walks. And that's just not good enough in a reliever. So he's going to be non-tendered. Devin Mesoraco has been a fairly worthwhile backup catcher. But, I mean, I can't in good conscience give that much money to a backup catcher. So we're going to go ahead and non-tender him and maybe consider talking to him in free agency. Ike Davis, his time is over. He had one chance in the majors and he completely shit the bed. I actually had two choices, but, you know, you're gone. Danny Macias is not unuseful, but he's also not very good. We can probably do better. Now, Ron Swoboda is the interesting question. He still has a relatively potent bat. He just can't seem to stay healthy when he's in the majors. What does he actually want just to come back for 1 year? That's totally worth it. Even if he never ends up playing in the majors, it's worth it. So, a bit of remodeling, but no one massive. Steve Clark, we already offered an extension to last episode, and then we're definitely offer compensation to both Dombrowski and Guzman. Is there anyone here that's really interesting that we could save simply by offering a minor league extension? I kind of want to keep Terry Francona around. No Denny. Yeah, there's a lot of crap here. Frank Pacheco is... okay, he sucks. Really bad. And I'm not even going to bother looking at anyone else because there's just not much there. So let's advance. We went 95 and 67 and made it to Game 7 of the World Series before we lost. But there's still tons of work we could do. Okay, we did get Steve Clark back, which should make the owner happy. And Terry Francona wanted to come back too. Now, the reason we got Steve Clark back because the owner wanted him back. But I'm going to be completely and utterly honest with you. We're going to void his option. Just without a question. If he doesn't retire. Because the skills that Steve Clark still has at 37 just aren't as useful to us. He's got a decent bit of discipline and some gap power. But right now he's just basically a pinch hitter. And frankly, not a very good one. So... this was to make the owner happy because we had so much money. We really couldn't have done anything wrong with the money. If you catch my meaning. I don't remember who Gerardo Martinez is. Oh, he's a young catcher. Okay. A gold glove. Who got it? Jose Ayala. That is unexpected. But welcome. Yeah. We couldn't do that. I find it weird that we're kind of the Yankees. That was a pretty great year in the bullpen, for sure. Huh, and another one of my guys got second place. Seattle will give me a bad pitcher in exchange for players without a lot of talent, but a fair bit. So, no. Platinum 6. Who we got? Ricky Henderson, and that's it. That's fair. That's fair. Did I literally just see that Ricky Henderson won the bloody MVP? Robbie Taylor got number one manager. It's really my... damn, he did. Oh, this was a tight year. Look how many people got first place votes. Congratulations, Ricky. Ricky did real good. Did Ricky? How many bases did he steal? 52. Wasn't even leading the league. Come on, Ricky. Come on. We did not win Cy Young. And to be frank, I don't think anyone deserved it. Maybe Willis. I wonder how much. I wonder how close we got. Yeah, none of my players got even one first placement, which is totally good. I am more than accepting of that eventuality. All right, so let's look at the team as it is now. Where do we need to target upgrades? Guzman will probably not be back. So an upgraded DH might be useful. But we might already have that in the minors. in Babe Ruth. I do think I want to give him a full year in AAA, though, until he forces me to play him. Because he still hasn't really capitalized on his power until last year. And he's still super young, right? He's only 21. So he's still young for his level. So I definitely want to maybe look at a 1-year upgrade at first, or at DH. Other than that, though, we have a very well-rounded team. We could probably use an upgraded catcher. And maybe another starter or two. Especially if we lose Dombrowski. Which we might. And they both filed for free agency. That's not unheard of. I was pretty sure that was going to happen. Alright, here's the thing, though. We have so much money, we can basically get anyone we want. So let's take a look at free agency. Ideally, I want to come away with the draft having improved at least a good DH and even better, a real good... Holy shit. That's a really good shortstop. It's also not $44 million good. He's just not that good. Not when Ayala is like... Ayala might only be 30% as good, but he's super cheap, and no. That is not an upgrade I'm going to be making. Juan Marichal, on the other hand, might be worth an upgrade. Just because we have the money doesn't mean we want to spend it recklessly. Dave Nilsson's a good hitter, but he's not that great a catcher. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's splurge on a starting pitcher. So let's look at his stats, because we don't want to make any mistakes. He suffered a serious injury 2 years ago. That's the only reason he would have missed a lot of time in 2024. An arthritic elbow. That's undebatable. But he's really good at not walking people while still striking them out and has a really good mix of pitches. And has incredible stamina. Let's go ahead and make him an offer. He doesn't like my manager. Is this going to be an issue with any manager I have? Do you just not get along with pitchers? Okay, maybe it's time. I mean, if Robbie Taylor's going to stop me from getting upgraded, I would be very sad about that. I think it's hilarious that every time I get a manager that wins, like, Manager of the Year, I instantly end up replacing him the next year. I mean, I could just make Chad Hill Manager of the Year. Manager, rather. What if I swap you with Taylor? Yeah, Robbie Taylor doesn't want that. So you either gotta fire him. You're such a good manager, though. You're a 3-time Manager of the Year. Shit. I really hate that you don't get along with Marichal. Because that's the upgrade this team needs. We need an elite starting pitcher. Why can't you be less of a dick? Are you just like a grumpy player? Is that your problem? I don't know. Damn it! I'm not going to fire my manager, though, just for... Or am I going to fire my manager just for Juan Marichal? What else do we have starting-wise? Who are the other good starting pitchers? Okay, Denny LeMaster has something to be said for... Oh, no, he gives up way too many home runs. That's not great. We could get Pete Alexander. Same general issue. I mean, at a certain point, we should just maybe just bring Dombrowski back, but... Jack Fisher would be cheap and has a bit more... Marichal would be, like, one of the best starting pitchers in the league. Ugh, why? Why, Juan, why? Alright, so what we're going to do is I think we're going to pick LeMaster and just maybe accept the fact he's going to give up home runs because he's been worth his salary most years. It's only been only 2024. But that was because he couldn't keep the home runs. He's an extreme fly ball pitcher too. That's too much of a risk. I think maybe Pete Alexander's the better. See, the thing is Pete Alexander's never been exceptional. Look, if I'm going to spend money on a starter, especially one for whom I'm going to lose a draft pick, I want to make sure they're really, really good. Maybe just bring Dombrowski back for a year. Because, like, I want to get better, but none of these pitchers have, except for Marichal, are really exceptional. Dummy Taylor's pretty good. But even he has struggled quite recently. But I can't tell why. I think he just gives up too many hits. I think we're just going to bring back Dombrowski for a year. It's not the sexiest move, but I think it's a good 1 year gap. Now let's look at all the hitters. And what we really need is an exceptional hitter to play as our DH. Terrazzo Uno would be a fairly big upgrade. We also don't want to block anyone either. And I want someone who's like just a great hitter across the board who maybe just doesn't have a spot otherwise. I'm not paying $40 million for this. I guess Uno would be a pretty good choice. He does want to be... The problem is, though, is he's probably going to want to play where Doer does, and I don't really want to do that. I want just a good, solid, all-around hitter for 1 year. I could bring Ellingson back, actually. Like, he's still a fairly good hitter. Let's do that. Let's bring back another one of our greatest hits. Let's bring Ellingson back for a year. And he can just DH or play the outfield or what have you. I hate that we have so much money to upgrade, but there's no obvious target to upgrade. Because, look, Doer is quite a good second baseman. And he's got loads of potential. And I don't want him blocked. I want him to have a full year in the majors to see what he can do. We do need an upgraded catcher. But I'm not going to spend that much for Nilsson, who's actually not that good at catcher. So let's look just at catchers. Hallman can play catcher very badly. The quality just vanishes after the top two. I mean, I might as well just bring back Mesoraco on a 1 year deal. I mean, it's extremely frustrating, but Nilsson is not worth the money he's asking. He's a great hitter, but I'm not going to sacrifice a draft pick for him. So I'm going to go ahead and actually offer a Mesoraco a one-year deal. It's boring, I know. I was really hoping to have like a gigantic free agent bonanza, but then Marischal's like, I don't like your manager. And I'm like, what? That's weak-ass shit, dude. Yeah, none of these people are remotely worthy of the Hall of Fame. Just not even a little bit. Damn. You know what? Juarez got almost 400 homers in a very short period of time. I'm going to give him a vote just for that reason. And if he makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I think we're still a couple of years away from getting genuinely good players. No, I'm not giving up Harry Gaspar for a bunch of garbage. I guess trading is always the way we can try to upgrade. Who's on the trading block right now? Like, literally a bunch of crappy relievers. That's disappointing. I really want to bring in Marischal. It frustrates me to no end that he won't play for my manager. Okay, we got Dombrowski. Everyone else seems fairly happy about things. Oh, wow. You're certainly not, How were you last year, Nashville? Okay, Ricky Henderson was the MVP. But this would, A, fix our catcher problem. Can I get your first round? Oh, you don't have a first round draft pick. You must have already forfeited it. Damn it. Never mind then. I'm not going to give up Henderson. Although that's a very tempting deal. I will reject it. And who did Guzman sign with? Baltimore. He got a pretty good long... He got a good long deal out of it. I'm not at all upset about that. Okay, Fred Carroll is an amazing catcher. Like, he is legit amazing. Alright, we gotta talk, though. I can't give you that big a draft. I definitely can't give up Barcia. I mean, this is... Oh, you want Hank Johnson. What if we drop him? Okay, this is close. And this is such a huge upgrade. It's such an important position. I'm willing to stretch a point and offer Alex Heredia. Can I get you to throw in your draft pick? Not without giving up a really good player. Okay. What about a second rounder? You don't have one. Even for a third rounder, you'd want a lot more. It's not worth it. Do you have any interesting prospects? You do have Steven Piscotty. But I don't really need outfielders. I need pitchers. Would you give me Davey Dunkel? Not unless I throw in something pretty good. I'm just going to take this deal. I mean, this is a massive upgrade to a key position. And all we traded were a couple of B-League prospects for him. Oh, we didn't put them back on the roster. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and remove my offer to Mesoraco. I don't need you anymore, mate. I don't need you anymore. And he's going to be a free agent this year, right? He wants to get paid, and I will be completely and utterly honest. I'm going to build in a couple team options and then take this deal. He's too good a catcher. We're never going to get a better one than him. Done. That was quite the coup. No. I could flip a catcher, though. Oh, God. I didn't trade for someone who gets hurt all the time, did I? No, you're good. You're real good. Okay. I'm going to look for anything that you'll offer. Okay, we need a really good starting pitcher. Ryan Schaffner is merely okay. Jacob deGrom would be a nice little upgrade. Except he hasn't really been great. He's been very good, but not great. And I can afford to be choosy. Rodrigo's arguably a better starter. He just has stamina issues. He's also a little bit more expensive than I'd like. What about Frank E. Smith? I love the stuff in the movement. He did just have a major injury, but it looks like he's bounced back quite nicely from it. Smith might be the choice. Nah, George McQuillan's about as good now as he's ever going to get. Or we could get Zach Greinke, who has the benefit of being younger and is much more likely to be worth his contract. Let's go for Greinke. How about a draft pick? No. What would I have to throw in to get their draft pick out of curiosity? Really good players that I'm not going to give up. Okay. Let's try to get him to eat some of his salary, actually. Yeah, this is pretty much pure salary dump is what they're trying to do. This is fine. This is a major upgrade to our rotation in exchange for basically a spare part, because we didn't need another catcher. Oh, wow, Vic Willis is cratered. Damn. What the shit, dude? You were literally an 80 out of 80. Oh, that was in 2019. You're starting to lose your control. That's really bad, actually. Still good, though. Just not, you know, amazing. We could use a bullpen upgrade. How many pitchers do we even have right now? We have 15. We got some players in the minors. I think we can probably make it work. Okay. Alright. We have 7 spots open on our 40-man. Pete Falcone. is worthy of a 40-man spot. I don't want to lose him. I'm just not convinced that he's going to play much. A lot of these other guys, I'm just going to go ahead and expose, and if they get taken, they get taken. How did Orlando do last year? Pretty well. Let's promote him to AAA. Hank, you can play, and let's just promote all you guys to AA since you really seem to think they deserve it. That's reasonable. Sure. Bill, I think, can handle, and Bill L. Muller can both handle things. Now, our only weakness right now is third base, which is going to get handled when Andy High is ready to play. And Pena's still a perfectly reasonable player for the time being. So I might not take his team option next year. We'll see how he hits. Outfield is pretty much set. We could use an upgrade at right field. We can always get better. Is there an elite upgrade available in the outfield? Left in free agency. Khan Nakamura is actually quite good. We might actually end up acquiring Ellingson. So we're not going to rush it. We're just going to move on. And the fans basically cream their pants because we got an amazing player for the next 9 years. It's hard to argue with that, right? And yeah, I'm not even going to bother. I'll look at the Rule 5 draft just in case there's like a bullpen guy we can grab. Not really. There's a lot of garbage here. Steven Piscotty's not bad. I just don't have a real spot for him on the line in the roster, though. Because basically, I'm going to give Swoboda a shot again. I'm just going to complete the draft. If I lose anyone, I lose someone. I had a feeling someone might take Aparicio. I just don't have a spot for him right now. Ayala is basically waiting. He's my stopgap for a couple of years until RC is ready to play. Because his offensive value is always going to be dodgy. We can't rely on him to produce year in, year out. And that's why RC is eventually going to take over. RC is a better hitter right now, but I want to see if he can tap into this raw power he's got. Like, a power explosion in AAA will probably guarantee him a job for a very long time. Same thing for Babe Ruth. I'm going to teach Austin Jackson right field this year. Because I don't need another center fielder. And I'm going to force you to play as right field every day. Because if you can learn right field, you've got a shot to make the roster. But if you stay in center, you're not going to be bumping Willie Mays anytime soon. Okay, look, Agnelli, you're kind of terrible. But I guess it's fine. It's fine. Right, let us proceed. We got Ellingson back. And again, Ellingson is purely here to be a stopgap, to provide some veteran leadership if we need it. That's it. And if he comes back, he comes back. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I know, and you know, Ellingson will probably get hurt in spring training anyway, because that's kind of his thing. Holy shit, Tony Gwynn almost hit 500? Nope, don't need you, mate. Oh, Andres Suarez is the first one to advance. Is he currently our all-time home run hitter? History index. Leaderboards. He is. He is our all-time home run hitter. Are any cool milestones coming up for any of my players? 1,500 hits for Benito Pena is going to happen this year. 1,500 for Steve Clark seems possible. Milestone home runs. No one. 1,000 runs scored maybe for Benito Pena and Steve Clark. And possibly RBI. That's pretty cool. How about pitching? Dombrowski's close to getting 2,000 strikeouts. That's pretty handy. And then a bunch of players it's hard to get excited about. Do we have anyone right now that we want to consider extending? Okay, look, Carl Lundgren, you haven't pitched that well. I'm happy to see the ass end of you. I'm going to try to lock up Gaspar. Oh, he'll literally just wants a one-year deal. We might just worry about you when it comes to it. Okay, Hal Carlson, you could do us all a solid and opt out of your deal at the end of this year. That would be really nice of you. But you'd also be an idiot to do it. I'm going to, just cards on the table, you'd be pretty stupid to do that. Yeah. Willis seems like a bad risk now, but I didn't know that at the time. It really kind of frustrates me that we could have Juan Marichal, but we didn't end up getting him. But then again, that's what drove me to get a catcher. And now we have possibly the best catcher in the game. So, I mean, we came out ahead is what I'm trying to say. Now, this is 2027. Do we have someone who would make a better bench coach than we currently have? There's someone whose development is excellent. McGreevy, maybe? No, he's good, but just good. I love how Eli Solis won a World Series and then has never been able to get out of rookie ball ever again. I kind of feel like a dick, but he's a mascot now, right? Yeah, he's a mascot. Offer extension. Offer extension. Offer extension. Because we're not going to offer it to everyone. Because I don't want... The current hitting coach and pitching coach at single A could probably be better. Actually, let's go ahead and promote you guys. Make you the AA pitching coach. Make you the AA hitting coach. And we'll also promote you guys. You can be the pitching coach for San Antonio, and you can be the hitting coach for San Antonio. Or sorry, San Bernardino. That's not what I wanted. I wanted Cody Ryan. There we go. We could probably get a pitching coach for AAA, but for right now I'm not going to worry about it. For the Major League staff, Chad Hill is good at development and gets along well with pretty much everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and offer him an extension. He's earned it. And then our hitting coach. If he's going to make Fred Carroll better, he can have it. I think he's been our hitting coach the entire time, hasn't he? I think he may well have been. Yeah. You shouldn't have been such an asshole where nobody likes you. And I like how he just keeps, like, he's clearly just in it for the money. Because he continues to sign extensions. Even though he's like, I won the World Series in my first year, and you won't let me leave. Nope. No, I will not. And Masarako ended up signing with Milwaukee. Good for him. No, I don't need a second baseman. I have Doer. It's... whatever, guys. Whatever. Okay. Burp. I understand that some of the shine may have come off of you as a prospect. I'm willing to take that risk. Alright, let's get high. Phrasing. Arcia and Brennan, I want you all to have some playing time in the minors. Okay, Hank Johnson, if he keeps making steps like it's going to be hard to justify keeping him in the minors. I'm going to go ahead and give you a shot in spring training. And maybe we'll do it for Carlos Silva, too. Okay. Other than that, let us advance. I have Rush's song Driven to the Margin of Error stuck in my head. It actually might just be called Driven now that I think about it. Wow, Jose Altuve sucks in this version of OOTP. Sorry, guys. Don't want him. No one's gotten hurt yet, which I've just jinxed, by the way. I've totally jinxed it. Ooh, 15-1. Yep, there we go. You know what? That's my fault. I should have kept my big mouth shut. Hey, Sono signed Guzman, didn't they? We'll get a draft pick out of that. That's pretty cool. Alright, Mike Wagner, I think, is still hurt. Yeah, we won't be seeing him anytime soon. Alright, so we got 38 players. Got to get down to 26. We have 19 pitchers. So pitchers are the first thing we need to move. Okay. Okay, Mike Chris has nothing to offer this team. I'm actually just going to go ahead and designate him for assignment. Falcone isn't ready for the majors. The thing is, Bauman is clearly could improve, but I think he's learned all he can in AAA. I'm going to keep him in the majors. Unless I really need to send him down. Okay, Silva's going back to AA. Johnson is going to... I think Johnson's going to go to AAA. I think he's good enough to skip AA. Luke Nelson can have another year in AAA. How many pitchers am I down to? I still need to get rid of one more. I want you to have another year in AAA. Because you really had some issues in the majors. Let's try to improve you a bit. Because I can't get rid of Hank Carlson. It's whatever. Okay. So now we got to make some position player decisions. Okay, easy decision number 1, Brennan goes to the minors. Easy decision number 2, Agnelli does not make the roster. I really don't want to rush him. I'm going to put him back in AAA. High is not ready. Ellington's lost a bit of a center field chop. Let's actually go ahead and send down Grano. Do I let Arcia make the roster? I think the answer to that question is no. It's hard to demote him, but I do want him to get some polishing in AAA. I think that's the right call. And Steve Clark is just here because the owner wanted me to bring him back. So, whatever. Oh, this Arcia probably actually would make. God damn it, Greinke. So who are my starters going to be? That makes sense. I don't want Lundgren starting. I'd rather Dombrowski be the 5th starter. Oh no, you took my Chris. Our team is crippled now. Okay. Wegner got a bit worse. Roushal improved a bit, which is nice. Mongiardino starting to decline. This will probably continue because he's already 35. Hoffman, stamina improved somehow. I don't know how. Hickerson got better. Hamill got better movement. Dombrowski continues his decline. I don't know why Murray just got better, even though his eye got worse, but I'll take it. Okay, Doer made a fairly good step forward, which is nice. Clark keeps getting worse. Pena got a little worse. Henderson got better. Ellingson got better. Mays, of course, got better, which is hard to believe, but he did. Falcone improved a bit. Babe Ruth got worse. Yeah, he definitely needs time in AAA. Yeah, I highly doubt we have anyone of note in the top 100. Oh, we have Luis Hernandez and Babe Ruth and Grozade. Who's the #1 prospect in the majors? Bernie Carbo? Wow, these majors just don't have much of a sense of who's actually good. This Jeff Zimmerman or Jordan? Jordan, okay. So what's our starting lineup look like? That's a pretty sexy lineup when Eddie Murray is your 9th hitter because there's literally nowhere else for him to play. That's pretty hot, I've got to admit. Ellingson will be our DH. Myers will get his time in right field. I hope Carroll doesn't get mad that he's not like the 5th place hitter. But he will be there soon. A lot of this year I think will depend on Doer and how much he improves. If he plays to his potential, we'll have a real good team this year. I'm a little concerned about the rotation as well. Why is Hoffman the closer all of a sudden? Did you make Mongiardino a stopper? You did not. I would like you to make him a stopper. That doesn't help. I can force him to be the closer, but that's it. Mongiardino's earned it. He's the closer. Don't be stupid, manager. There we go. Yeah, the dude just led the league in saves and won reliever of the year, and you want to demote him? I don't think so, mate. We'll see what happens. It's a good thing I didn't get rid of Gray now. So you'll be called up, and actually this will bump Carroll up in the lineup, so I'm sure he'll like that. Oh, no one wanted Agnelli. Poor Agnelli. We'll take him off waivers. We're kind of off to a shitty start. But we got Willie Mays back, so that's good. Demote, promote. A trade oh no. Oof. Quit offering me bad second baseman. I don't know what your deal is, guys. You know what? You're getting game strategied. If it's at least moderate, I want him benched. I can't afford to lose Ricky Henderson. He is the heart and soul of this offense. And if it means Ron Swoboda plays for 2 weeks, he plays for 2 weeks. Shut up. This is really frustrating for Babe Ruth. Because this was his year to prove that he's majors capable. And now he's going to end up being stuck another year in the minors. Because I'm not calling him up for good until I see his power get better. Hopefully he uses his time off well. Like lift weights or something. Oof! That's probably our playoffs down the drains. What the shit, guys? Damn it. How did he injure it? This is the second year in a row he's had a major injury. Damn it. Why must you be made of glass? Okay. Now we have to do something. There's probably no good free agents left, but you never know. Ugh. There is not. I guess maybe we just promote Pete Falcone. Or Mike O'Neill, actually. Maybe that was his problem. Maybe if we use him as a starter, we'll get a better return on our investment in him. I mean, it's worth a shot. How are we doing this first month? We're not hitting for power, which is weird given this lineup. I expect that'll change. I think we just need some time. We've got a lot of good power hitters on this team. I have to expect that after a bit of time that they'll start heating up. Okay, what the shit? What is your problem, Willie Mays? Quit getting hurt. Just seriously, knock it off. Well, it wouldn't be a season with the Cleveland Keys if he didn't, like, immediately fall apart. Now we have an interesting question. Who do we call up? Do we maybe call up Austin Jackson? Like, I know it's a bit weird, but I do want another outfielder. I think that's who we call up. And we will quickly remove this as a game strategy. I don't want to force you to be a right fielder. Dombrowski wants to come back, and we're not quite sure when Mongiardino is going to be healthy again. How much would you want to come back? Just out of interest. He's at the point in his career, he's probably just going to keep taking smaller and smaller deals, and it's just going to be a question of whether it's worth it. Good. We're going to send down Grano and call up Mays. Keep saying call up. I'm just activating him. Which is even cooler. Makes him like he's a robot or something. Who hit for the cycle? Tony Gonzalez. Oh, because it was against me. That's what happened. Okay. Wagner got a little better. Hamill got better. That's a nice surprise. Greinke got worse. That's totally expected. Doer keeps improving a little bit each day. P's starting to develop old player skills. He's starting to lose his power. There's Mays getting a little better. Jackson's improved a bit. And Luke Nelson's improved a bit. Is it Doer again? He is having a pretty exceptional rookie year. To be sure. Alright, it's draft time. Oh, Ted Williams and Roger Clemens. Damn. Well, I'm not going to get either one of those, I bet. Like, who else is really good in this draft? Oh, there's a lot of top talent. There's some real good players in this draft. The question is how many, if any, will be available for me by the time I get to pick. I don't see how anyone could pass up on Roger Clemens, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, they did the smart thing. So, who's left? Not much. Okay, I'm not going to pay a premium for a reliever. Especially when I can get Rincon just for the slot. And look how good he is right now. Is our bullpen struggling? You know what? It kind of is. That's actually a really smart first-round draft pick. Let's take Rincon. Unless Esper... Ooh. I'm willing to bet Esper might still be available if we're lucky when our supplemental pick comes around. He is. Let's go ahead and take him. Okay. Bob Smith would be a pretty good stopgap at third base, but I don't know that we're going to need that. Kid Nichols, on the other hand, would definitely be a cure to what ails us, which is pitching. Grab him. Bill Fagan doesn't have much of a future, otherwise I'd grab him. Let's grab Warren Spahn just for the lulz. Ooh, Stan Kovaleski. I liked him. Kevin Gross does have quite a bit of talent. And I've got the money to take a bit more of a risky pick lower in the draft. We've taken a lot of pitchers in this draft, but frankly, I think we need it. I'll just let the AI draft the rest of the roster. This draft's top talent went away in a hurry. But it did have Ted Williams and Roger Clemens in it, so, you know. Okay. Rincon. Oh, wow. He didn't want very much at all, but that's fine because he's going to be an elite level reliever and he's going to go straight to the majors. As is Kid Nichols. As is Warren Spahn. Not going to the majors, but you know. A perfectly developing Kevin Gross could be a special pitcher. And I've got like a crap ton of money, don't I? Yeah, I'll just give him what he wants. And Fernando Perez, I don't even know if you're any good or not, but sure, we can sign you. Dan Ardell, you have... You would be an extreme risk, and I'm frankly not willing to waste money on that extreme a risk. We're just going to sim a week. Because as soon as Nichols and Rincon sign, they're getting promoted to the majors. They all signed. Excellent. All right. So who is our worst reliever? Hickerson? Okay, who's actually our worst performing reliever this year? It's George Bowler. I'm not sure why, but we're going to go ahead and let him figure it out in AAA. And Andy Rincon goes straight to the majors. I wish you'd take a demotion, Carl Lundgren, but I know you... Oh, you did? Then Kid Nichols. Oh, no, no, no. You are not a relief pitcher, my friend. You are a starting pitcher. There we go. I'm going to trade Ron Swoboda. Right now, he's just wasting a roster spot, and we might be able to get something interesting for him. I will literally offer just about anything. I'll take just about... I just want to see if I can get an upgrade in some sense. I really want a prospect, but I would also take an interesting player at a different position. I could bring Jose Guzman back, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, this is a lot of garbage. I'm definitely not taking Leon Durham. Just don't waste my time with that. I'm not taking on that big a salary. Okay, let's drop veterans and regulars and just see what I can get in prospects. Harry Parker's a reasonably attractive reliever. I'll take Howard Wakefield. This is mostly trading a trade chip to get a trade chip. He is not untouchable. He's very much available. Yeah, he loves this trade, and so do I. Let's do it. And then we're going to have Grano on the roster full-time. As someone who can give Willie Mays a break when he needs to. How's Steve Clark doing this year? You know what? He's kind of taken to his little short-term role. He's still creating plus value, even at his age. Here's our problem. Ayala, I'm going to go ahead and let him just keep playing. And if he gets hurt, we'll just let Arcia take over. Who's the top reporter? Arcia's power's coming all around, but damn if his contact isn't an issue. He might need a bit more time in AAA before he's ready to be promoted. Let's actually take a quick look at the minors. Oh, Duke Esper, you're going straight to single A. Let's just start sending people to single A until it tells us to stop. Here we go, guys. Off to single A with you. How's it going, Bill? Bill, you're pretty well mashing single A baseball. I think you can handle double A now. Okay, Luis Hernandez, go ahead and take a promotion to Rookie League. Oh, sorry, Charlie Moore. Yeah, you definitely get to be in double A. You want me to start him in double A? All right. Okay, let's look at statistics. Does anyone here having such a good year they deserve a promotion? No. Not really. How about you guys? Yeah, I think you've earned double A. 1.2, 1.2. Kelty, you can take a promotion. And Heine. Hee Heine. You can have a promotion. JP Crawford, yeah, alright. You can play in some AAA. Yeah, and there's not much else there. Okay. Right. Babe Ruth, I hope you heal by the end of the season so you can maybe help us pull in a couple of wins. Let's delete all the messages. It's getting a bit cluttered. There we go. Our owner is absolutely delighted with us. All you guys can go. Wait. The manager in Bakersfield? I thought I kept him around. I wanted to keep you. Who said I didn't? Give me a 3-year extension. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to replace Monahan. I want to replace the bad coaches, not the great ones. That would be silly. Okay. Oh, whoops! We want to get in on this hot free agent action. The best ones might already be gone. I'm going to go ahead and sign Oliver Baxter. I think and this is an interesting addition. I'll give you $3 million. I don't want to have to wait around too long. Yeah, I don't care that I didn't sign a 13th round pick. I'll just give you the max. I've got the money, and I think you'll be an interesting prospect. So we'll just continue. There we go. Tucson wants to give me a great reliever, but I have plenty of relievers. I am not concerned at all about that particular position. Nah. I'm not saying I'd want Rick Wilkins necessarily, but I am saying I think I could do better. Dabrowski really wants to come back. Okay, who are my all-stars? Vic Willis, Trevor Hoffman, Fred Carroll, somehow not the starter. What? Ricky Henderson, and that's it. That's kind of disappointing. Alright, team home screen. Oh god, why is Austin Jackson starting? He should not be starting. No. Can I force him into a position? I really don't want Austin Jackson leading off. I don't think he can handle it. We're just really lacking for power this year. Which is whatever. If we could get a healthy Babe Ruth, that might solve that problem. Yeah, we do need a real DH, don't we? Do I have a really great hitter that I could make the DH? Andy High is kind of killing it. And he is going to be the third baseman of the future. Yes, let's call him up. And then either High will play at third and we'll move Pena. That actually makes the most sense, actually. I hope that's what they do. Let's have you make some decisions. Grano? Why do you want Pena playing third? He's not that good defensively. I don't know, guys, but I can't be bothered with it right now. He's a good defender, at least. And he might hit enough. You know what? This is actually a fairly reasonable trade. I might try to get a little bit more out of him, though. You wouldn't give me Doopy Shaw, even if I asked. Let's call a spade, right? We're talking probably a 40s level prospect. Jake Evans? No. I took Bronson Arroyo off your hands. Oh, you just drafted him. We'll just submit the offer, and if you take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not too fussed with it. Sure. I mean, one thing we've got tons of is relief pitching. That is not something I'm worried about upgrading. What we really need is elite starting pitching. Okay, we're currently in first, which is lovely. What is Fort Worth doing so well this year? Who do they have? Hank Aaron. Okay, to be fair, that's a pretty good player. And not much in the way of pitching. I think if we just keep playing the way we have been, I think we'll slowly start to get some good things. Oh, 3 homers for Will Myers. That's a nice improvement. I don't really care about Mesoraco anymore. Let's take him off the short list. Look, it's not that I don't want to trade Wilkins. It's that you keep offering me things. What I should be doing is actually discussing further. To be fair. Alright, who's on the trading block? A lot, quite frankly. Okay. Frank Schulte would be a pretty great addition to this team. I mean, he'd be a DH, but there's no reason he couldn't handle that role for us. What do you even want for him? Probably quite a bit. Okay. What about Jose Ayala? Let's start with that. Really? The thing is, he's going to cost a lot of money to lock up. And I don't want to block Babe Ruth. So we're going to pass on this deal. Even though that's giving up, quite frankly, very little for it. Okay, let's start with starting pitchers. McDowell's not a starter anymore. He's a reliever. Yeah, this is what I would want. This is what I would actually spend extra for. I guess I could just look at all batters and see if there's like a 1 or 2 year upgrade I could grab. And acquiring Austin Kearns and then moving Will Myers to DH wouldn't be a bad choice. I kind of like that idea. Then again, I could just acquire Frank Schulte. I mean, can I take someone with this legendary level of offense? Go. I think we grab him. But I don't think I want to trade Ayala just yet. I've got prospects. This is what prospects exist for. Especially on a team like this. Okay. Could be a special hitter. Don't want to trade him. Hernandez could be even more special. Let's start with Larry Brown. Would never accept. I'm just trying to reduce things. Okay, so far no one I'm willing to trade. Of Wakefield and Brennan, who's the worst catcher? Wakefield's more well-rounded in hitting. Okay, now we're starting to get to the area where I might be willing to make a deal. I mean, I really don't need like 10 outfield, center field prospects. What if we traded Grano? Now let's start dropping players. That might be useful. Okay, very close. You know what? I'd rather give up Rotblatt. Very close. You can have Pio, sure. We gave up a lot. I'm going to do something a little strange with him, which he's probably not going to love, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm only going to sign him to a 3-year deal, and here's why. He's super young, so this is hugely advantageous to him. And this way, if Babe Ruth does develop, I can just non-tender him. No, he wants the longer deal. Four years. Okay, this is reasonable. I hope you do the smart thing and you don't bench Will Myers. Myers doesn't actually have that great a season. Maybe he should be benched. Go to the minors and rehab. Oh, player development, right. The quote-unquote good news is that with a lot of our positions being shored up by really top-notch players, holy shit, Andy High is enjoying his time in the majors. Here we go. Here's the good stuff. You can be promoted, Sucanello. You've been kind of stuck at single A for a while now. You might be able to handle double A. Okay. It's only a week. We haven't thrown money around quite a bit this season, and this could come to bite us in the butt in the next couple of seasons. Let's send down... How's Andy High actually playing in the majors? He's actually handling it quite well. Let's send on Robert Rivera, and we'll just have Ellingson kind of as a backup. Oh yeah, I should probably tell you, set all the things up. There we go. I mean, benching Myers isn't the worst decision. I'll be honest with you. It's not the worst decision we could make. I genuinely don't care, though. I'm going to send you to AAA. Yeah, we'll just put him on a rehab assignment. He'll probably get injured again. Okay, let's put you up in double A. You really shouldn't have been that low to begin with. Oh, there goes Alex Ramirez. I don't have a role for him. I don't need another relief pitcher. Garrett Olson, huh? Sure, that's worth a promotion. Have at it. Okay. I don't mind Babe Ruth getting a cup of coffee. Let's give him one. But I don't want him to be forced to start. Play him when you can, but don't feel the need to make him play all the time. Okay. Who else do we want to put up on the minor major league? Yeah, I guess Austin Jackson can get some more playing time in. Pete Falcone, Mike Wagner, Rivera. And I think Bowler. Bowler has learned from his time in AAA, and I think he would be a useful asset. Duke Gasper is quite literally just dominating everywhere. I think he's ready for AAA already. Off to the regular season. I do have the Major League home run leader, which is pretty sweet. Oh, nice. Interesting. How have you been doing this year, Dombrowski? Not very well. I don't think we can bring you back. Guys, no one's going to trade anything for anyone right now. So, screw you. Oh, I hope you guys couldn't hear that. Maybe you could. We all do it. That's fine. Babe Ruth might turn out to be a bust. Which is a shame. But it's not the end of the world. Damn, Austin Jackson's really cranking it up. I mean, the injuries has probably sapped a lot of his power. There's still a ton of potential here. But yeah, I think, I don't think he's going to be... The good news is we didn't draft him, right? We traded for him. And I think signing Schulte the way we did now makes more sense. Because he's not really going to be blocking Babe Ruth. Because I don't think Babe Ruth is going to be making the majors next year. A couple of players retired, who cares? Alright, let's set the playoff roster. Oh, I can't actually add anyone to the playoff roster that wasn't already there. What am I short on? Hitters. I see. We probably just need to add Robert Rivera to the roster. I can't? Why not? I guess Larry Ellingson gets to make the playoff roster. That's fine. I gotta admit, I don't feel super great about our pitching this year. I really don't. Let's sim one more day. Okay, we're going to play Fort Worth. Okay. I just don't feel great about this rotation of ours. We'll have to see what happens. We could just bludgeon them to death, which I have the feeling is going to be our primary weapon. We're just going to bludgeon them. Which is fine. Oof. Not fine. Come on, guys. Not important. Back to playoff coverage. There we go. No. I spent a lot of money this year. I do not want to get bounced in the first bloody round. Thank you, Jason Hamill. Thank you. Damn. To be fair, Kirby Puckett did hit 3 home runs in one game. It's kind of hard to plan for that. Really, Pena? Why Pena? Pena did have a pretty amazing series. How good? What you've been real good in the playoffs, Jason Hamill. That's greatly appreciated. Okay. So let's sim a day. Long Beach Hawks, eh? Come on, kid. Good work, kid. Not good work, but acceptable work. Ooh, 2 straight wins. Nice. They got Roger Maris. That's pretty cool. It's Hamill time. Right? Right? Hamill time? Ah? Damn, they've got a really good lineup. Like, they're just crushing us with offense. Okay, we weren't going to win them all. That's fine. It came down to the bullpens, but what matters is that we won. Another series MVP for Benito Pena. You know what? I don't disagree. Schulte, maybe. But Pena was pretty clutch. Especially in that first game, which really set the tone for the whole thing. Now, can we achieve World Series glory? They have kind of a lousy pitching staff. This might be the perfect matchup, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. A good start, a thorough bludgeoning, and another. You know what? Jason Hamill for me is the unofficial playoff MVP. I don't think he's lost a game in the playoffs. Oh boy, Zach Greinke's back. That doesn't matter at all because he can't play. Oof, 2-1 loss. Damn. Oh, went to the 12th inning? That wasn't Vic Willis's fault. That was just... Greg Tholen is still pitching? Oh, I'm thinking of our other series. Yeah, Greg Tholen never pitched for me in this series. Harry's gotten lit up. Come on, kid. No! I'm not losing another World Series because we stopped hitting in the playoffs. Guys, this is real bad. Did I or did I not say our pitching would be our greatest weakness? God damn it. There we go. Another defeat in the World Series. And it's not because... This time it's not because we didn't hit. We didn't hit as well as we could. But we hit. The problem is our pitching, our starting was just terrible. Gaspar was awful. Nichols was terrible. Our bullpen was fairly solid, but we really need more frontline starters if we're ever going to make it deep in the playoffs. Damn it, Oklahoma City. Damn you to heck. And there we go. Another inglorious defeat. Although we're getting beat in the World Series, which is, you know, an improvement. Okay. Pena, my bro, you've had another productive year. But you're a bad third baseman, and you're not worth $30 million. You're just not. So I'm going to go ahead and void your contract, and maybe we'll bring you back for less money. Oh, Steve Clark retired. Monchardino had kind of a crappy year, but I'm going to go and execute his option because overall he was still very useful. Yeah, Hal Carlson, dude, you are not worth $1. Have your pie out. And so now we go on to the off-season. This year was in a lot of ways somewhat irritating. And it began at the very beginning when we couldn't get the pitcher we needed. And pitching still remains a serious issue for us. A year of Zach Greinke would have been nice, but frankly, he's lost most of his talent. Getting Rochelle back would help a little, but I think we need to spend hardcore to try to pick up a new starting pitcher. Because we came to the playoffs and Gaspar just crapped the bed. And this was actually a bad year for him too. He's always going to have issues because he's the kind of pitcher who just doesn't walk people. Let's look at let's look at the year and see what happened. Okay, Frank Schulte was quite obviously the player of the year. Led the league in home runs, RBI, runs, and OPS. Just virtually a perfect offensive player. At the tender age of 19, Willie Mays had an absolutely amazing season. There's just, yeah. He might even win a Gold Glove. Fred Carroll, another import. Another great year. If Fred Carroll hit like 10 homers in a year, his power was down this year. But he actually hit more. It looks like maybe he played in a hitter-friendly ballpark and some of those homers turned into doubles, which is fine. Jose Ayala was very nearly competent with the bat, and his defense has probably earned him his second Gold Glove. The former MVP got a little bit worse. He's just like a shade worse across the board. Just like a tiny bit, but still superb. If this is Pena's swan song, he was productive. Ellingson did fine. Murray is a bit of a concern. He is a bit of a concern. Maybe that's who Babe Ruth might replace at some stage. I think Will Myers needs to be traded. And I think that's one of the priorities in the offseason, is seeing if someone will take Will Myers. Because we've kind of replaced him already. And if he's getting this many at-bats and only producing .3 WAR, that's not good. He's actually the biggest hole in the lineup right now. Where's Bobby Doer's name? Oh, here he is. Doer's offense could be a little better. There's no reason to expect it won't in the future. And his defense was good. Now let's look at the pitching. And I really don't want to, because I've got a feeling this is going to be disappointing. Yeah. Everyone contributed, but very few people contributed above and beyond. Vic Willis, man. Vic Willis. For the amount of money you're making, you should be a lot more dominant. And that's a real disappointment. A healthy year of Rochelle would be a nice improvement. Greinke, I'm not so sure about. I think Greinke's time is come and gone. It is what it is. But here's the good news. We have $58 million. If there is a dominant starter on the market, we can grab him. But that'll be for next episode. Thank you for watching. As always, let's increase our ticket price. I think you people can pay $45. I appreciate the views as always. Kindly do subscribe if you haven't already. Feel free to like the video, comment down below, and until next time, hopefully we'll bring home another world title. This has been Avindian, and I bid you good day.